the crossover Heroes vs. Aliens in the Arrowverse DC TV universe starts tonight with Supergirl, and this episode, which is also the mid-season finale of Season 2 until Season 2 comes back on, Eliza comes to town to celebrate Thanksgiving with her daughters and Alex decides it's time to come out to her murder. Kara is shocked when Eliza suggests Monel has feelings for her, and Wynn and James consider telling Kara the truth about the Guardian. Meanwhile, Cadmus unleashes a virus that instantly kills any alien in the vicinity, so Kara enlists an unexpected ally, Lena Luthor, Lena Luthor is the sister of Lex Luthor, and this epic superhero crossover kicked off tonight when Barry Allen and Cisco Ramos seek Kara's help with the alien invasion on their planet Earth. So this is not a bad start to the crossover. Not a bad start. So let's talk about this. The actors. You got the original actors. You got Melissa Benoist's Supergirl. I think she's still great in the role. I still like the costume. Mehcad Brooks is James Olsen. He's good. Shyler League is Alex Danvers. She's pretty cool as well. You also got Jeremy Jordan from Joyful Noise on here. Floriana Lima as Maggie Sawyer. Chris Wood as Monel. David Harwood as Manhunter, Martian Manhunter, and Cyborg Superman. All the acting from the main cast is good, and guest stars are also cool. You got Lena Luthor, played by Katie McGrath, which I'm surprised that in the DC Extended Cinematic Universe they haven't mentioned that Lex Luthor has a sister, which that was surprising. Special guest star, you got Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, the Flash, and I think he's pretty cool. He comes out at the end with Cisco Ramon, played by Carlos Valdez. Helen Slater is also really cool too. So yeah, the acting is cool. The story is pretty interesting. I do love the story. I do love the action. There is some cool action, cool effects, cool cinematography, awesome music, and I'm very happy to see all these characters, all these DC characters, even the Legends of Tomorrow, who I don't know anything about because I don't watch the show. This is an interesting show. This is a very interesting idea. This crossover is going to be more awesome as you watch it. So yeah, this first episode, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad, is pretty awesome so far. So for this part one of this awesome, exciting crossover of the Super Friends, I will give it my better than Vampire Academy grade. So yes. Now, let me know what you think about this first part down below, and do you like it? Do you not like it? And I'll see you guys. Bye. Heroes v. Aliens Invasion Part 2 continues with The Flash. And this is the 8th episode in the 3rd season of The Flash. The 54th episode overall in this 3rd season. 4-part crossover with the 8th episode of Supergirl Season 2, 8th episode of the 5th season of Navarro, and 7th episode of DC's Legend of Tomorrow. And so, the quick plot of this. When aliens called the Denominators attack Central City, Barry speeds over to Star City to ask Green Arrow for help in stopping them. Realizing the battle against the Dominators is bigger than they thought, they track down the Legends of Tomorrow. Barry and Cisco create a breach to bring back a secret weapon, Supergirl. And once all the Super Friends are assembled, they come up with plans to attack, but shockingly a secret related to Flashpoint is revealed, and suddenly no one is sure who they can trust. But Wally wants to join the battle against the aliens, but Iris tells him he's not ready. Now, you do got the same cast from this show, but you also got characters from Arrow. You got Stephen Amell as Oliver Queen, Franz Dimmer as Jefferson Jackson Firestorm, Victor Garber as Firestorm, Willa Holland as Speedy, Katie Loss as White Canary, Dominic Purcell as Heat Wave, David Ramsey as Spartan, Emily Beck Rickards as Felicity Smoke, Brandon Ralph as the Atom, Melissa Benoist as Supergirl and Supergirl cast members, and the cast from this movie. I loved the second part of this. It was fun. They did have some comedy, and the name of Supergirl's 8 Earth in this is finally revealed as Earth 38, and I was not expecting that. And the hangar which the heroes gather is a reference to the Hall of Justice, which is the headquarters from Justice League, which I'm very happy about that. They add some reference to Justice League in there, which I'm still waiting to know when that next trailer will hit, and I'm going to look that up as I review this movie. This episode. This second part of the crossover is fun. It's awesome. Really good action. The great effects. Love the humor from this guy. Grant Gustin as the Flash. He's great. But I like Ezra Miller more. And so I am just very awesome, and I think that this movie is going to be, I think the third part of this is going to be awesome, and I do think that this movie will be very cool, and I'm perfectly happy with I'm very happy about this. This is very cool acting, and it's very cool. So yeah, I do think the music in here is awesome. I do think everyone does great with their performances, especially Mr. Grant Gustin. But overall, this episode, very good time. I'm leaving everything unspoiled, so that's why these crossover reviews for this 4-part DC crossover is going to be very short, like 4 to 5 minutes. Yeah. So, I will give this episode my another better than Vampire Academy. Let me know what you think about this part down below, if you hated it or you liked it, and I'll see you guys for the crossover continues with Arrow, Heroes vs. Aliens, Part 3. This is the 100th episode of the TV show Arrow, which I don't watch, but I watched it just for this crossover. Just this episode. Anyways, the plot of this is Oliver wakes up to a life where he never got on the Queen's Gambit. Robert and Maura are alive and well. Laura is his loving fiancée, and their wedding is imminent. Everything seems perfect, but Oliver starts to notice small imperfections that make him question this new reality. Meanwhile, Felicity and the recruits take on a new threat with the help from The Flash and Supergirl. This is part 3 of this episode, and you got the same cast from Legend of Tomorrow and the same cast of Supergirl and The Flash, so it's awesome. The cast on this episode is very good. I like Stephen Amell. I like all the actors on the show. Stephen Amell as Oliver Queen, he's awesome. I think he's cool. You also got Katie Cassidy on here, who plays Black Canary, Colin Donnell, David Ramsey, William Holland, Susanna Thompson, Emily Beck Rickards, Paul Blackthorne, Carlton Hayes, Manu Bennett, Neil McDonough, all other actors, Vinnie Jones, Melissa Benoist, Nick Zano, Brandon Ralph, Grant Gustin, Danielle Panabeck. All the acting in here is cool. All the acting in here is cool. I do love the acting. All the acting on this show, on this crossover, is good. I do like the fact that it relies on jokes, but it's also very funny, and I do enjoy that. That was cool, and I think that is very awesome. All the acting on here is pretty cool. I love everybody on the show. I don't watch this show, I just watched it for this crossover. The effects are still good. The action is still there. I love everything else. And yeah, just this show is awesome. And I enjoy watching this crossover, and this crossover's been very fun. And sorry, love everything about it. It's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying everything else. And just the whole cast on this show is awesome, and I love the guest stars. Grant Gustin, he's cool as the Flash, but I love Ezra Miller more as the Flash. And just the way everything looks on here is really awesome. And so yeah, this crossover is about to get better with the final part tonight on CW. So that is my review of this second part. So let me know what you think about it down below. Have you seen the third part? Do you like it? Do you hate it? And I will see you guys for Legends of Tomorrow. which is the fourth and last part of this. So I can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be fun. My grade for this is going to be my Rainbow Silver approval again. I'll have to really think long and hard about that. Legends of Tomorrow, Heroes vs. Aliens. This is part 4 of the 4-part crossover between Supergirl, Arrow, The Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow. And we just continue to... I don't really have anything new to say about the plot, because it's basically the same plot as we've seen as the first 3 episodes. So, I'm just gonna go in and get this out of the way, because I don't want to make this too long, and I will not be spoiling anything. But this final episode, in fact all 4 of these episodes in this whole crossover, is awesome. I loved it. I loved how they went out with this. I was very impressed with it. Yeah, the action is pretty awesome. There are some lighthearted moments, but there are also some very darker moments. I love the cinematography. I love the music on this crossover. The effects are pretty well good, especially with Supergirl flying and the Flash running, and just it looks pretty awesome. All the acting from everyone on this crossover has been fantastic. Brandon Routh from Superman Returns, Caddy Loitz, the rest of the Legends of Tomorrow cast members, Stephen Amell, Grant Gustin, Melissa Benoist, everyone just has done a good job on this. And they're all good with the material. And I do love the reference that they make to Superman Returns. If you haven't seen it, you know what I'm talking about. That's the only spoiler I'll give away. But still, all the action in here is awesome, and it felt fun. There were some things that I kind of thought felt forced. There were some things that I didn't necessarily like, and there were some things that I either thought could have been taken out or done better. But it doesn't hurt the grade. It doesn't hurt this crossover at all, because this is a fun crossover. I enjoyed this crossover. I thought it was very fun. I thought it was very awesome, and this is a crossover I would love watching again if I wanted to. And I enjoyed Supergirl and the Flash crossover. I haven't seen a crossover with Arrow and the Flash, but Melissa Benoist in Supergirl costume, and when she's not in Supergirl costume, she's hot. She's beautiful. And now, as far as the character of Supergirl, I would really love to see her in a DCEU movie. Maybe in Man of Steel 2. I would like to see it. I would like to see Superman finally see his cousin in live action and done right. Because this TV show can do the character right. I believe that putting Supergirl in a live action Superman sequel and doing her justice will be awesome. But of course they'll have to find someone to play Supergirl in the DCEU, because Melissa Benoist is doing it in the TV universe. So my 4 picks would be Megan Martin from Camp Rock, Teresa Palmer, Diana Agron, and Chloe Grace Moretz. But Chloe Grace Moretz, I think she will look pretty good as Supergirl. But I would like to see Henry Cavill and Melissa Benoist somehow, some way, in Man of Steel 2 together. It probably won't happen, but I'm just putting my thoughts out there. But overall, this crossover was a pretty darn good crossover. Legends of Tomorrow was a good way to go out. And I'm gonna give it my better than Vampire Academy grade. So, what did you think of this overall crossover? Do you like it? Did you hate it? And show your comments down below, and I'll catch you guys later.